Judgment Day, Matt Roloff and Caryn found guilty of fraud, or... Hello viewers, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell, because today's story might be the most shocking one yet. What started as quiet rumors in the Oregon courts has now erupted into a storm that could forever change the legacy of Little People, Big World. Matt Roloff, the proud patriarch of Roloff Farms, and his fiancée Caryn Chandler have officially been found guilty of fraud, sending shockwaves through the entire Roloff community and beyond. But how did this all happen? How did the man who built an empire from a pumpkin patch end up facing serious allegations of deceit and manipulation? And what role did Caryn really play behind the scenes? Grab your coffee, because we're diving deep into the twists, betrayals, and courtroom drama that have left fans stunned. For years, Matt Roloff appeared to be the cornerstone of family and hard work. Fans watched him design barns, build bridges, and transform a small Oregon farm into one of the most iconic family-run businesses on television. But as Little People, Big World aged, so did the cracks within the family dynamic. The Roloffs, once a tight-knit clan, began to split apart. The children pursued different dreams, the parents divorced, and new relationships changed everything. Caryn Chandler entered Matt's life as an assistant manager on the farm. She was confident, efficient, and always smiling on camera. But behind that smile, fans began to sense tension, especially after Matt and Amy's divorce. When Caryn and Matt's relationship became official, many felt it was too soon. Rumors of favoritism, manipulation, and questionable financial moves began circulating. Still, Matt and Caryn stood united until whispers of financial misconduct began to surface in the background. According to insider reports, the first signs of trouble appeared during a routine audit of Roloff Farms' accounts. Something didn't add up. Missing funds, unexplained transactions, and questionable contracts raised red flags. At first, Matt reportedly dismissed the concerns, claiming it was all a misunderstanding. But investigators weren't convinced. Soon, what was supposed to be a standard farm inspection turned into a full-blown fraud investigation. Sources close to the Roloff family claim that Caryn had been handling parts of the financial paperwork during farm renovations. This included permits, expense reports, and contractor agreements. When investigators began to trace the discrepancies, Caryn's name appeared repeatedly. Fans who once adored the couple began turning skeptical. Social media lit up with questions. Did Caryn manipulate Matt for money? Is this why Matt been so secretive about selling the farm? Was Roloff Farms built on lies? The day of reckoning arrived when Matt and Caryn were summoned to court. Reporters crowded the courthouse steps, fans gathered outside holding signs, and the air was thick with tension. Inside, prosecutors revealed shocking evidence: a trail of altered documents, misreported farm earnings, and alleged fake contractor bids meant to pocket extra funds from renovation projects. Matt sat silently, his trademark confidence replaced with exhaustion. Caryn tried to stay composed, but witnesses say she appeared nervous and avoided eye contact with the judge. When the verdict was finally read, the courtroom erupted. Matt Roloff and Caryn Chandler guilty of fraud. Gasps filled the room, cameras flashed, fans online went into meltdown mode. Was this really the same family America had grown up watching for nearly 2 decades? Back at home, Amy Roloff reportedly felt a whirlwind of emotions. Though she's moved on with her husband Chris Merck, part of her still carries the pain of everything that happened on that farm. Insiders say Amy wasn't surprised. She had long suspected that Matt and Caryn's dealings weren't entirely above board, especially after Matt took full control of Roloff Farms. In a private livestream, Amy subtly addressed the situation, saying, "Sometimes the truth takes time to come out, but when it does, it changes everything." Fans immediately took this as a dig at Matt and Caryn. Comment sections exploded with messages like, "The Roloff children were reportedly devastated." Zach, who had long been at odds with his father over the sale of the farm, refused to comment publicly. Tori stood by him, saying in an Instagram story, "We just want peace. Our focus is on our family, not the past." Jeremy and Audrey, who have built their own life outside the show, also stayed silent, though sources say Jeremy is furious that the family name has been dragged through legal scandal. Jacob, the youngest, was reportedly the most outspoken. Having left reality TV years ago, he's always been vocal about authenticity and truth. In a cryptic post, he wrote,
Auntie,
Caryn, you destroy my family, Matt Roloff forced to. Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. For Roloff family latest news update, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. So buckle up because this story isn't just about reality TV drama. It's about what happens when love, fame, and legacy collide. It all started innocently, or so it seemed. Matt Roloff, the hardworking patriarch and visionary behind Roloff Farms, found happiness again after his divorce from Amy Roloff. Caryn Chandler, who once worked on the farm, became his confidant and partner. Fans saw the chemistry, the laughter, and the spark return to Matt's life. But behind the scenes, the Roloff family was splitting in two. Zach Roloff, Matt's son, once the heart of Little People, Big World, reportedly felt betrayed not only by his father's romantic choices, but by the farm sale feud that divided the entire clan. Tori and Zach had dreamed of raising their kids on the same land Zach grew up on. But when negotiations broke down and Matt decided to put Roloff Farms up for sale, something inside the family cracked permanently. Whispers began that Caryn was influencing Matt's decisions, pushing him to see the farm not as a family legacy, but as a business opportunity. Soon, viewers noticed a shift. Matt stopped appearing with his kids as often. Zach and Tori packed up and left Oregon altogether, and when Amy tried to broker peace, it only made things worse. The phrase, Caryn destroyed the Roloffs, started trending in fan circles long before Matt ever confirmed anything was wrong. Thousands of loyal LPBW viewers began dissecting every episode, every Instagram caption, every subtle look. On one side, you had fans defending Caryn, saying she had every right to be happy with Matt and wasn't responsible for adult family drama. On the other side, the larger, louder side stood those who believed Caryn's presence drove a wedge through one of reality TV's most beloved families. Ever since Caryn came around, Matt been a different person, one fan posted. He's colder, more distant, more about money and less about memories. Others speculated that Caryn's long history with the farm as a former employee who once managed pumpkin season gave her a sense of control that made the kids uncomfortable. Zach and Tori's emotional distance became proof in the eyes of many. When Tori once posted a cryptic story about protecting your peace from toxic people, fans were quick to connect the dots. Behind closed doors, sources close to the family describe Matt as being torn apart. He loves Caryn deeply. She stood by him through surgeries, health challenges, and the ups and downs of fame, but his heart aches knowing that the relationship may have cost him his connection with his kids. Amy Roloff, who has long moved on with her husband Chris Merck, has reportedly tried to encourage Matt to rebuild bridges, but the problem runs deeper than words can fix. Family friends say Matt feels pressured, caught between the woman who brings him comfort and the children who once looked up to him as a hero. According to insiders, the breaking point came during a heated discussion about the farm's future. Caryn allegedly advised Matt to protect his assets rather than give in to emotional family requests. That advice, however practical it might sound, didn't sit well with Zach, who saw it as proof that Caryn was steering his dad's choices for her own benefit. The words that followed were explosive. Zach reportedly shouted. Unlike Amy or Tori, Caryn rarely addresses fan criticism directly. She's known for staying silent when online storms hit. But silence doesn't stop speculation, it fuels it. Caryn's social media has become a minefield of mixed comments. Under one photo of her and Matt smiling at the beach, one user wrote, Caryn, for her part, has reportedly told friends she's done trying to please people who will never accept her. She insists she's not the villain, just a woman in love who walked into a complicated situation. But love isn't always enough to quiet the noise, especially when fans still dream of seeing the Roloffs united again. Roloff Farms, once the symbol of family unity, is now the ghost of what was. Matt's decision to rent out part of the property as a vacation home was seen by many as the final confirmation that the dream was dead. The farm wasn't just land, it was history. It was where the Roloff kids grew up, where countless LPBW memories were filmed, and where Amy and Matt built their empire. When Matt said he was moving forward with new plans, it felt to many fans like the end of an era. And to Zach and Tori, it was personal. They walked away not just from the show, but from the family's physical heart. Now, sources claim that even Jacob Roloff, once the most private of the siblings, has tried to play peacekeeper but with little success.